Well, folks, welcome back to the WWC. I like saying that. It just kind of rolls off the tongue. Anyhow, it's getting cold out now. Some places have already had cold, but the Arctic blast is going to come get you. This is just a real simple kind of reminder of your car is a mechanical thing. Just because you're warming your car, everything outside your car, your brakes, your bearings, a lot of mechanical parts aren't. All I'm getting at is you want your car to warm up good. Go out, start her up, let her warm up good. Get that transmission fluid pumping and blah blah blah. A lot of these newer cars, they're all electronic, so hopefully you hit the key, she'll crank over and fire off and just let it run. Don't gun it, don't rev it up, don't do any of that stupid stuff. I have seen it get so cold before where you pull the damn power steering and it looks like syrup, just so thick. It looks like cherry syrup. I've seen oil the same way, and they whine and howl. Just let it run. Just let it idle. Let it get good and warm, transmission and engine. And then when you start driving it, don't take it easy on her. You got seals in the brakes that they ain't warmed up yet. You could blow one out. It gets too cold. Grease in the bearings, in your hubs or your axles or whatever. Man, they ain't flowing real good yet. It takes a little friction and it helps, but take it easy on her. It's just a mechanical piece that gets like that. It's the same thing with extreme heat. You can't be out there running the dog snot out of them. It just ain't good for them. I mean, they're amazing. I mean, the cars are just amazing. They go from extreme colds to extreme heat, and they run, and every place in between. Amazing feat, really. But it's still just a mechanical thing. So think about all these things that can go wrong with it when it's extremely cold or extremely hot. I've always found, always do an oil change right before, it gets cold out. So the oil has the time to kind of like break down a little bit and so on and so forth because when it gets extremely cold, once the oil breaks down a little bit, again, it flows a little easier. They got these. That's why they come out with these 020s and 010s and all 520s, and they come out with all these oils that are thinner anyhow, these bearing clearances and so on and so forth with these engines and blah blah blah. But you want to take it easy. I always change, like I said, I always change the oil so it has a chance to kind of like break down a little bit, so it flows through the motor a little easier. I mean, I wouldn't go change the oil on when it's supposed to be the coldest day of the year. And I'm gonna go change. It's gonna be cold tomorrow, and it's like, well, I'm gonna go change the oil. I don't know about that. I think I'd just let her ride. Same thing with tires, man. If you need tires, you need tires. But I always put them on right before winter, so you got a good fresh set of tires on it. And that's just, to me, that's just being smart, being prudent, because they also make heaters that go in the heater, lower heater hose that you can put in. But I mean, right now, I don't know. If you got a warm shop to work in, well, hell, you probably don't even need to. You probably don't even need one. You just pull it in your shop or your garage. If you got a heated garage, a lot of your garages are a little warmer anyways because they're attached to a house, and the heat kind of you know transfers to the garage. I mean, it's still cold out there, but a lot of times not as cold as it would be normally if it was detached. So all I'm saying is then they got the other types that you pop the plug out and you can put a plug in with the heater on it. You can plug it in so it keeps the block warm and things like that. I mean, they make different things like that. They make. Oh, let's see if I can get it. I'll show it to you. It's right over here. Can you see me? No. Can you hear me? Hope so. Let's see. All right. Where I come. Oh, man. Jeez. Well, that's a feat. What do I have in my hand? My cigar's going out. I know. Here, I'm going to show you this. Right there. Hopefully, you can see that. And you can read it. It's magnetic. Yeah, magnetic. Imagine that. Look. And it plugs in. So, it's like you take this, you stick it to your oil pan. If you can get to an oil pan. If your oil pan's metal even, I don't know anymore. All I'm getting at is this is a heater. Clunk. Plug in. I would pull it off driving down the road because you never know, it could fall off. You know, I mean look, it's got a little handle. So look, no big deal. You know. And you just put her on there, plug it in, it heats the oil up and stuff. Yeah. Nothing to install. Clunk. There you go. Ready to rock and roll, man. Most people click me off by now and didn't see that. I should have started out with that, shouldn't I? They're lost. So, anyways, hopefully you got the number off of it. Hopefully, I'll try holding it up again because I don't know if you saw it or not. Hell, we'll see what we can do here. You see it? I don't know if you see it or not. Hopefully you can read that. So you know what to order, what to look for. One of the easiest things to put on. So anyways, I thought I'd get on here and mention that. Now, if I get too cold myself, I just catch my beard on fire or my hat, and I'll stay warm. So, you know, folks, this really goes without saying, but you should put an extra blanket in your car. Maybe have a shovel in the trunk. Maybe some sand or some salt. Just leave it in there. That's good weight. Plus, too, if you need something, you can throw it out there. Well, you know, a couple snacky things, you know, something that doesn't, quote, freeze in case you're like, man, I'm hungry as I'm sitting here stuck in the ditch. Okay? People say, oh, I buy one of those heaters, you know, that these things screw onto, you know, heater. Be careful, carbon monoxide. Gotta crack your windows so you get at least the cross ventilation, so be careful. You don't want to die because you're trying to stay warm. Same thing with your car. You know, you get her stuck and pipe gets full of crap, and yeah, you don't want to end up dying in your car because of that. That kind of defeat the purpose. But y'all be safe out there. Use your own discretion on things. I mean, these corporations that, you know, the weather's bad, blizzard conditions, icy and stuff. Oh, you got to be to work. Okay, you know, I mean, you don't really care about me. You care about the bottom line. I get that. Okay, that's business. But what about your customers? Do you care about your customers? Do you care if your customer dies coming to see you because, oh, you're the place that's open? No, you don't care about them? Well, you better. They're the one that keeps your doors open. You should be responsible and get on the radio and say, yeah, due to the weather conditions, so-and-so place will be closed because we care about our customers. We don't want to be out unnecessarily and maybe perish or get in a bad accident. And we care about our employees. I think people can respect that. So, Anyways, with that said, y'all have a good one. And try to stay warm. Yeah, try to stay warm.